Hey, Rick. Hey, Mike. Thank you very much for having me on today.
You bet. First off, tell us about West Virginia Watchdog. What is it?
West Virginia Watchdog is an investigative journalism site. We are we're sponsored by the Public Policy Foundation of West Virginia, and our main goal is to try to highlight areas where our government can be a little bit more transparent. We look into corruption. We look into campaign finance. We look into state budgets. Our ultimate goal is just to give readers and the public tools in order to better make better choices in regards to government, give them more insight.
And how does one get on the list to receive your emails?
All you have to do is go to westvirginia.watchdog.org. You can go there. All you need to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on newsletter, and there'll be a handy-dandy form on there for you to fill out and give us your information. You can also check out our Facebook links on there, Twitter. You can also sign up for text message alerts. Wow,
you're just all cutting edge, aren't you? Yeah, absolutely. And now tell us about today's the big article on Watchdog, West Virginia Watchdog today. First to report on stimulus money going to phantom congressional districts. Now, one would think ABC was first on this story, but it seems like maybe they picked it up from someone else.
They did. Jim Scarantino with New Mexico Watchdog. If you can allow me for a second, I'm actually one of many state-based think tank investigative reporters across this nation, and we've all joined together into sort of a watchdog network. And Jim over at New Mexico Watchdog was the first to break it, probably about an hour before ABC, and he just was looking to see what type of jobs were created from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and discovered it was listing congressional districts that just didn't exist, didn't make any sense, and he told us, the other Watchdog reporters, to take a look, and sure enough we did, so we all wrote about it for our respective states.
And West Virginia has some of those phantom districts.
Yes, they do. West Virginia has 8 phantom districts that are receiving thousands, if not millions of dollars of stimulus funding, and allegedly there's even been jobs created and saved in these non-existent districts.
Jobs created and saved out of thin air. I like it. There's a miraculous feel to it.
Yeah, we've got the 54th Congressional District, 9th, 4th, 6th, 12th, 13th, and then we have the 00 Congressional District, which we are lovingly calling the Phantom Zone. All these groups had jobs saved and got money.
You know what? It's laughable, but it's sad. I mean, they're tracking this money according to the website, the government website, that the money has gone there. Where has the money gone?
That's a very good question. We're trying to figure that out right now. Nationwide, we're trying to figure that out. And that really is the real question. No one's really saying that anything nefarious is going on here. In fact, the director came out with an interesting quote that said simply, simple fact remains that the stimulus has utterly failed. Actually, no, that's Shelley Moore Capito. I'm reading the wrong quote there.
No, that's the right quote.
Well, it has utterly failed. But just to summarize what that person said, these are just minor discrepancies. And basically what happened is when people were filing their grant proposals for this stimulus money, apparently some people just didn't know where their congressional district was and just filled in any old number that, just made up numbers out of their own heads. That's what a lot of this is being attributed to, but that's really sad.
It's horrible. If let's say somebody was in the 2nd Congressional District, let's say they were in Kanawha County, and for whatever reason they just don't even know what district they're in, they put the 54th. That means that they obviously will get the money, correct? It just means that they listed the wrong congressional district.
Right. It could be a legitimate project. The problem is it's going to make it harder to try to track down what that project is, because reporters like myself are going to have to dig through all that data and try to match up money amounts and job amounts with these different projects, and that's going to take some time. If I can say real quick, a database expert took a look at this and made the comment that even though this is a lot of money, that we're talking about with the Stimulus Act, you know, someone could have created a filter to whereas when you file these reports, if you filled in anything first, second, or third congressional district, it would have kicked it right out.
Yeah, 00 would have been kicked out.
Exactly.
You know, it's really not that hard to have a fail-safe system that at least matches existing districts in a database. That wouldn't be that hard. But it just shows the utter, really unbelievable bureaucracy that is in place and is not trying to be built. Let's look at these other numbers, though, man. How about this? $34 million in Arizona's 86th congressional district. Of course, there is no 86th congressional district, but that's $34 million. There's some big numbers. In Iowa, there's $10 million going to a non-existent district. Connecticut, there's 25 jobs being created that there's no district to create them in. But here's some bigger numbers. These are the job creations in the fictional congressional districts that extend even to U.S. territories. $68 million, $72 million in the first congressional district of U.S. Virgin Islands. You've got $47 million in Puerto Rico. I mean,
would you like
you know,
to hear
they're
the grand
listing these things. I mean, these are just unbelievable.
The grand total is $6.4 billion used to create or save just under 30,000 jobs in these phantom districts alone. That's a lot of money.
And I understand the White House, as you said, the kind of unofficial response was, well, obviously we've made some errors here, and this will all be corrected with the next, when the next report comes out, whenever that, do we have any idea when that would be?
Yes, the next reporting period will be in January. They do it quarterly, so apparently that they're just going to let this information just sit there, and they have plans to have more accurate information in January, and of course, we here at West Virginia Watchdog will be watching to see if that's the case.
All right, Stephen, how much, you're watching these things. I mean, this is the lame excuse they've thrown out. Oh, it's just some clerical errors. But you're talking about billions of dollars. I mean, I hope people understand how hard they have to work all year long for their tax dollars to go in and then have this so frivolously looked at. There's another side to the story. I don't know if you heard this part. There's also a bunch of jobs that are being created on little amounts of money. Like Talladega County, Alabama claimed I love this, saved or created 5,000 jobs, but they only received $42,000 in stimulus money. and then there's another one where they got $27,000, but they reported saving or created at a community college in Alabama 14,500 jobs.
Wow.
I mean,
these are the people that want to run your health care. This is what you have to understand. These are the people that want to manage your health care. These are the people that manage at least one automobile industry. These are the people that manage your banks. It really kind of puts things in perspective.
So what will we be writing about next on WestVirginiaWatchdog.org?
I have been following a story lately with the Civilian Conservation Corps of West Virginia in regards to a grant they received from the Workforce Investment Board. The only problem is they kind of used the name of an elected body in order to get that grant. They didn't have an actual agreement with that elected body, so now they have about $250,000 grant that they kind of got fraudulently. So I'm looking into that. Plus, we've been writing a lot about Representative Alan Mollahan and his connections to various nonprofits here in the state.
All right. Well, we'd love to have you back sometime in the future, Stephen. And again, if people want to know more about West Virginia Watchdog, they could go to westvirginiawatchdog.org and read all the blogs and sign up for a newsletter and other things that they like. And we thank you for being with us today.
Right. Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Rick, for having me on.
Anytime. Thanks,
Stephen. Keep up the good work, my friend.
Thanks.